I'm kind of doing one of those things where you sort of clean out the fridge and come up with a meal that the family should like. And my dog, there, over here. My daughter and her friend were here this weekend and they changed two of my drawers around. I do like it. I now have all of my tools in this drawer right underneath this counter, and I like that. But then some of my tools were still left on the other side. So, all right, so I have some sausages. So I'm pan frying them up right now. So I've just got those in the pan, and we're going to cook those up, and then I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces. And then I'm going to throw in some peppers, because I had an orange pepper here left in the fridge. So we're going to use this up. It's going to be kind of like a hash, really, is what this is going to be. So I'd love to hear from you guys some of your ideas of what do you make for dinner when you look in the fridge and go, oh, I have some things that need to be used up. What can I create, right? And then what do you add to it? How do you turn it into a meal? See, and I didn't even have to peel the onion tonight because this one was in the fridge as well. So I didn't have to peel it, but I am going to use this in the meal. Otherwise, I would have used up our the everything onion. I would have thrown that in, but I had an onion to use up, so I'm not going to bother, right? So let me see here. Those are frying up. And then I'm going to do, well, I'm just going to throw these veggies in here so they'll start to get the heat. And here's another question for you. Who else uses scissors when you're cooking? So these, I want these cut up. I should have let them cook a little bit more first too. I mean, they're gonna, I'm sorry, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm going to finish cooking them, but I wanted to cut them up when they were partially cooked because it's easier to cut them up when they're partially cooked than it is to cut them up when they're fully raw. So I gotta take them back over to the stove, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna continue doing this over here, and I will be very careful. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna take you guys for a ride. Just make sure these cords don't trip us. All right, so you guys are coming over for a ride to my stovetop. There we go. Now you can see what we're doing over here. Okay. All right. So I want to chop up the sausages, and they'll cook a little more quickly as well if they are smaller, right? And then I did my onion and my pepper. So, and I have to throw some spices in here yet because, you know me, I never cook plain. I never did either, guys, just so you know. Before I started with spice companies, I did always like to cook. And I always used spices, so it was a good match to represent a spice company, right? So curious to know too, if you've seen the release of our new product, the poutine mix. I do have some of that on order. They started shipping them out today. So I'm hoping my order comes in before the weekend. Oh, and where I'll be this weekend, John and I, there is the Fergus Multicultural Festival. So that is where we are going to be with the Spice Affair. We're also going to be at the Sunfest in London, but we're not doing a booth. This time we're going on Friday to check out the Sunfest. So we used to do that, but it's a 4-day event, and it's just, oh, I have a full sausage in here. But, yeah, it's a 4-day event. It's just too much. And inevitably, there was always a rain day, and John was looking at the weather forecast, and they're calling for rain in London on Thursday. So I'm glad we don't have a booth. All right, so what shall I've already used the garlic crush on the potatoes, so I'm going to show you that's going to come in here in a moment. I think I'm going to add, I'll put in, what do I want in here? I guess we'll throw in some garlic magic, because garlic magic will be good on the onions and the peppers. So this is the garlic magic. Okay, I'm going to throw that in here. Sausages are cooking up. And now I'm going to show you what else I've prepared. I'm going to get rid of that gross. It's John's kefir. Oh, and you're probably wondering, where's John? Well, we're going to have to do something about that music night, because it's been on Wednesday nights now. All right, here I have some mini potatoes, and Anamika had these. She brought them home because she wasn't using them, so she knew Dad and I would use them up. So I've got some mini potatoes in here. I put those in the microwave for 5 minutes because then it cooks up quickly, right? And on these, I put some GPS and the garlic crush, because garlic crush is one of my new favorites. It doesn't surpass my honey orange rosemary though. That's not exactly the right lid for that. That will work. Okay, so I need that to cook up a little bit more. Yes, okay. So the poutine, that is now out. I've got that on order. Hopefully it's here this week. So this weekend, like I told you, we're at Fergus Multicultural Festival, and next weekend, if any of you guys live around this area, like Perth area, next Saturday, the 18th, is the Amish auction. That is something to attend, my friends. If you can get to it, it's fabulous. So one of my friends, Velma Ebersole, it's on her property, so it's on, I'll post the address for you guys, okay? And she is one of my customers that has, she sells the Spice Affair in her store. So she has Ebersole Country Store. Wonderful store. I brought my friends there when we were out on a tour. Lovely, lovely lady. So it's on her property, but she won't be out in the field. So I've got a stash of her business cards so that I will be promoting her store from my tent out in the field, okay? But it's honestly, it starts like, I think 7:30 in the morning. They auction off everything from furniture and quilts and plants and like tools. And I think they have like 6 or 7 different auctioneers going around the property all throughout the day. And then of course the maple kettle corn guy is there. Homemade Amish donuts are there. They've got burgers going on all day, and it's just a really fun place to be, and a good place to take your family to, okay? So if you're free, then I absolutely would recommend you guys going to the Amish auction. And so we're gonna cook that up a little bit more. I kind of want it to brown a bit more. And then the last Saturday of the month, we're taking that one off because we do Katie Market every Tuesday as well. So I had to tell you that. Your newsletter for this month is coming. We've just been so busy because it was John's birthday this weekend, or like through the week, and we were celebrating his 70th birthday, and Emily came home for a surprise visit for him. I knew, but he didn't know that she was coming. And then we had a family friend, her dad passed away, so that was very, we were very much involved with that. Anyway, so that's the scoop on that. And okay, now what I want to do, and this is something I used to do when my kids were little. We would make up a meal, and I'm going to finish this off by adding some eggs. And what I do is I'm just going to, first of all, I want to add something else. Everything bacon. Because it's the breakfast thing, right? And a chunk in there, so just break that apart. We have some bacon on top of the potatoes. Okay. Add some bacon flavor to that. Now we're going to just crack on top a couple of eggs. You guys might think I'm crazy for this, but we used to do this whenever we'd have leftover, like a roast beef and potatoes and carrots and onions, or a chicken dinner, and then we'd fry everything up in the pan. It was one of Joseph's favorite meals. And I'm just gonna crack the eggs on top. So you got a full meal in one pan. That's hot. And then when I'll do that in a minute, once these are almost done. I've got that on high, so I'm cooking it a bit fast. But any questions? I'm trying to see if I'm missing any questions or anything that anybody had here. Nope. Okay. And then August, we are doing Zurich Bean Fest again. We do that one all the time. Trying to think of what else I want to tell you while this is still cooking. The new product is the poutine that just came out. Katie Market, we are still there, and it's fun. It's been hot, but we're managing there with our fans and stuff. And big popular items still are the honey orange rosemary, of course, because it's my favorite. And people smell it and they're like, oh my gosh, and what would you put that on? And then I tell them and they're like, oh my gosh, gotta have one of those, right? And the chicken broth and beef broth are big needs for people. And then we have the, of course, the everything onion, the everything dill, and the bacon loaded potato are also big sellers for this season. And okay, so I don't want to have you guys just hanging out here while we're waiting for it to cook. So I think what I'll do is I'll just let this finish cooking, and then I'm going to, did I tell you what I was going to put on top? What did I do? This one. Everything ketchup. I wasn't going to buy this product because I thought, I don't know. But my friend was using it constantly, and she said how good it was. And this stuff, gosh, guys, if you could smell it, it smells like, tastes like ketchup. So instead of having to put ketchup on top of your eggs, I'm just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of the everything ketchup. Yeah, that's not quite done yet. So, all right. So what I will do is I'm going to let that finish cooking up. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get this month's customer newsletter out to you. So also remember, post comments, post your meal ideas in the VIP group, because when you post in there, you are encouraging someone else but also somebody who contributes to our group will win a $10 gift certificate. And I haven't done my draw yet for the month of June, so share your posts in there for this month and you can be in for the draw for July. So, all right, breakfast for dinner, and I will post you pictures as soon as it's done. Okay, thanks guys. As always, I appreciate